But like that's what I mean. Like they're very like yeah, like get our older stuff back out there. Let people see like these games. It's like we especially since like I don't really believe it, but like it seems like almost like they lost a lot of their old games. So like emulating them is like the way to go. Yeah, platinums. I'm trying to think what games I have platinumed right now. I know I have the first couple Uncharted games platinumed. I stopped platinuming those when they tied in the multiplayer trophies to getting the platinum, so I just looked at that and I was like, well, fuck you, I'm just going to beat the game and leave it alone. Spider-Man 1 and Miles Morales are 2 platinums. I platinumed those right away. Skyrim was one of my platinums. What other platinums do I have right now? Just give me 1 second, actually. Go into my PlayStation app, and we will find out really fucking quickly. Yeah, that's one of the, like, Pooks, that's one of my big fucking gripes about games, is when they sit there and go, here's trophies. We know you like trophies. And it's like, yes, I love trophies. I'm sitting at 27 platinums. Come on, let me select specifically platinum trophies. Why will you not let me do this? I haven't played Spider-Man 2 yet, just because I don't have the money to buy it. It's probably going to be way down this fucking list. Where are we at? Where are we at? Platinums, where do you go? There's so many games that it's like, why all these games and you don't have them platinumed yet? Assassin's Creed Valhalla is another one I have platinumed. I just remembered that one. 32 hours. Another thing I find is when games are too easy to get platinumed, that kind of irks me a little bit too. Because, like, don't get me wrong, I don't want it to be fucking, like, impossible. But when you make, like, platinuming a game just literally beating the core story and not doing, like, anything else, I find that's, like, a little bit of a cop-out. Like, make some of the side stuff you have to do, like getting all the side quests and everything, like, part of your fucking platinum. I almost have Assassin's Creed 2 done. I'm 88% of the way there. Why is nothing... Oh, I have both Horizon Forbidden West games platinumed. Let's see here. God of War. Obviously. Spider-Man Miles Morales. I have Maneater. Maneater's another one I have platinum. That one was fucking fun as hell. Switch up the way the battles went. Understandable. Not too much going on, money. No, do you want me to call you Green? Do you want me to call you Money? Money Bags? MB? Couldn't find the last feather. I think I platinumed Kingdom Hearts 1. I think I remember that. Outriders, I platinumed Outriders. There's Spider-Man. Yep, Kingdom Hearts Final Mix I platinumed. That was another one. Tales of Arise I platinumed. Hellblade Setsuna. That one was a platinum. Let's see where we're at here. Oh, I platinumed all 3 Spyro the Dragon games. Spyro the Dragon, everyone. Yep, there's Spyro 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, there's Uncharted 3, 1, 2, and 3. Days Gone was another platinum, but I think I'm just going to leave that there because that list is just too big to keep going through. Because some of them are just going to be like, I'll be scrolling through and be like, so many games. But there's also some games I won't even try to platinum because I look at them and be like, there's no way. Like, I just, like, some games I like to play, and then it gets to the point where after I, like, beat the game, it's like, it was a good journey, but I probably won't touch this for a very long time.
They might have tried, but none of their forces made it into Cocoon.
Like, Hellblade Setsuna is one of those that I will probably never touch that game again. So I'm glad I platinumed it first run through. Because there's some some games that the control style, it just, and just like the gameplay itself, just irk the shit out of me.
They gathered up scrap from Pulse and used it for rebuilding here.
Ugh.
This is what was left. A bunch of garbage.
Gameplay doesn't add up to what I was expecting. See, that's one of the reasons why I stopped looking at games too. Like when I hear games coming out, I try every single thing that I can to avoid anything. I won't watch trailers. I won't watch spoilers. I won't watch like anything that comes out. Like if something comes out for like what the gameplay is supposed to be, I might peek at it, but like I won't watch people reviewing things. I won't watch people that are like promoting the game. Like I leave it the fuck alone, because there's like, especially nowadays, there's too much hate and like very, very unnecessary hate for every game that's coming out. If there's one little thing that bothers somebody about it, and like they don't even have to see the game anymore or the gameplay or anything about the story. If there's one thing they even hear about that's in it that they don't like, it's instantly a terrible game. Prime example of that, in COD. Yup. But like a big try not to die a little bit, but like a big example of that is Baldur's Gate 3. Like, Baldur's Gate 3 was out for years in early access. Years. Which, I don't mind. I had it since early access, so I played it, and I knew it was going to be a ton of fucking fun. Like, 1, I'm a huge Baldur's Gate fan. 2, I love turn-based games like that, and the way that one's set up. 3, I'm a huge D&D nerd. I love to play fucking D&D. I don't play it as nearly as often enough. Final Fantasy Rebirth? I like Final Fantasy Rebirth. Oh, wow, you are my first gift there, Money. I just seen that. It doesn't pop up anywhere at the moment, because I don't really have my Twitch stream set up as good as I should. And send in the fucking roses, dude. What the hell? Much, much thanks. Pathfinder? I have played Pathfinder. I love a lot of the mechanics for Pathfinder, especially like the damage resistances and stuff. Like where you can't fucking hit a skeleton with a bow and arrow because it's fucking bones. Like, that just makes sense. Why would bludgeoning damage not work better on a skeleton as opposed to any kind of piercing damage? Abso-fucking-lutely. Just give me a second there, Moneybags. Where was I going with one of those games? But yeah, like Baldur's Gate 3, like, everybody seemed, like, everybody was shitting on it. They're like, oh my god, like, this turn-based combat? Like, how can you like this turn-based combat? It's so shit. And, then they started going on about, like, you know, like, the LGBTQ representation in the game, when all of that was absolutely 100% optional content. I wish I could play D&D. I just don't know anyone who plays. Have you been on Roll20 at all, Pooks? Like, sometimes it's a little bit harder to find people on Roll20, but, like, it's definitely a way that you can try and find games. Like, if you can't find anybody in person anyways. Or try and find some people, like, online to play and, like, set up, like, a Discord and stuff. Yeah, like, stuff like that. And then when Baldur's Gate 3 won Game of the Year, and everybody's like, what the hell's Baldur's Gate 3? I've never heard of Baldur's Gate 3 before. How did this win Game of the Year over Spider-Man? And, like, don't get me wrong, like, Spider-Man is good. Like, Spider-Man 2 was great. But, like, it's literally almost the exact same, like, content and playstyle as Spider-Man 1. And, like, yes, they added some stuff, but, like, once you get to a certain point in games like that, it's very hard to add things to it that change it up enough. Mr. Ripper on YouTube. Okay, I'll definitely take a look at that. If you Roots, if you want to, like, just whisper me that, just so I don't forget it, just because, like, you know, just in case more people start, like, talking in the chat on Twitch, I don't wanna miss that and forget it. tried using it once. Oh, okay, that's understandable. Like, sometimes it doesn't work out the way... Like, I posted on Roll20 before looking for a D&D group to get, like, even just, like, once a month or like, once every, like, 2 weeks or something like that. I'm running a game right now for a bunch of friends of mine, but, like, even still, like, it's still... Like, we haven't played in a couple months now. We usually try to shoot for at least once a month. I already see it down the bottom there, Roots. Thank you, thank you. But, like, just all the unnecessary hate that friggin' Baldur's Gate got, and yet it's a phenomenal game. I can understand if that's not your playstyle, 100%. If that's not the kind of combat and kind of gameplay you can get into, they're 100%, like, you have a reason not to play it. But to, like, shit all over a game just because you don't like the playstyle is fucking wild. Like, I'm not a huge Dark Souls fan. I understand why Dark Souls is popular, and, like, the combat in it is very innovative and very unique, but Dark Souls isn't, like Souls-like games just aren't my jam. They're not the kind of game I, like, hugely enjoy, and, like, it's not a skill issue. Like, I can play the Dark Souls games, you know, I'm decently good at them, but, like, I just never really got into them. Elden Ring is one of the ones I want to, I want to give, like, a good shot at, because, like, I had never planned on picking it up after I found out it was a Souls-like, so I had no problems watching things on it, but, like, after seeing so much on it, I really want to, I want to give it a chance. So if I ever get the money to, like, pick it up, like, once it goes on sale or something, I'll probably give it a good go. As much as I love Dark Souls, I can't stand the other two. Like Magic the Gathering? Is that what you're talking about, Roots? I seen MTG, and I was like, Magic the Gathering? I don't. I used to. But I haven't played Magic the Gathering since one of my friends passed away. Like, I was never heavy into it. I used to, like, collect different cards. Like, I used to collect Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I used to collect Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z cards and stuff like that. And I started to get into Magic the Gathering. And I still have a deck, but I refuse to use it because the deck that I have was the last deck that my buddy gave me before he passed away. It has never been used, and it is every now and again I'll take it out of the box just to, like, go over the cards and stuff like that. But he gave it to me 3 days before he passed away at the age of 20. So after that, I just, like, that was the thing that, like, I guess, like, me and him had that we, like, both did. But, like, collecting stuff like that, like, getting into it, especially with all the new packs that have come out and whatnot, it's one of those things where, again, don't have the money to get heavy into, like, card games and stuff anymore. Like, games are definitely my jam, because, like, I can sit there and find, like, a game like this where I can definitely go back, and I almost missed the healing there, and, like, play it over and over again. There's a lot of replay value, stuff like that. And, like, I get my money's worth out of it, for the most part. There's definitely a lot of games out there where they're definitely not worth the money that you're paying for them. But that's definitely why, like, I haven't really gotten into Magic the Gathering heavily. Definitely a good card game. I definitely understand why people are heavy into Magic. Same with Warhammer. I'd love to get into Warhammer, but I just do not have the money to deal with that.
Wisdom does come with age.
Like, Warhammer is definitely you gotta have some money, because I love I love the figures and stuff. Like, I'm not sure where on camera it is. No, of course, I got some figures up there that not for Warhammer, but like I got some Dragon Ball Z figures and stuff. So I wouldn't mind getting them and fucking like painting them and shit. I feel like that would be a blast. I'm not quite sure what MTGA is. Is it MTG like is it like the online or like the digital aspect of it? Where you do things and you can get packs and unlock the packs and stuff like that? Because I know like a lot of card games are also putting out like digital equivalents. Arena? Oh, okay, okay. Understandable, understandable. Slightly dying again. What was the other medic one? Oh, 2 Ravengers and a medic. I think I'll do that one. That one might benefit me a little bit more. But yeah, like the Souls-like games, like a lot of people live by Souls-like games, and I'm not even talking like strictly Dark Souls. Like I hear really good things about Bloodborne and stuff like that. Like I hear Bloodborne is like a lot better than like the core fucking the core 3 Dark Souls games. Like Final Fantasy Origin, like the one that they did that Square came out with, that's basically a prequel to Final Fantasy 1. I fucking loved that, and it's very much like a Souls-like game. Like it like at least in my opinion, it plays very much like a Souls-like. and I loved it. Like the gameplay seemed pretty good. Like the story was great, especially like the twist they had at the end of it. If you haven't played it, I definitely recommend it. Or if you don't feel like playing it, just look up the fucking the cutscenes just to get like the story of it. Especially if you played Final Fantasy 1 and you like Final Fantasy 1, because it gives a whole new perspective of the Final Fantasy 1 story. But like back to that, like the Souls-like games, like I see so much stuff on Elden Ring, and I'm like, I feel like Elden Ring would be just like a time. Elden Ring looks like it would be a ton of fun, like even for somebody who's not a huge Souls-like person. But like that's where there's a lot of I find a lot of games, like genres of games, get like that too. Where like if a specific type of game isn't your type, you can usually find like a game or two in said types that you can get behind and play and really enjoy. But like there's usually a lot of things that have to be done for that to happen for some people. Like turn-based combat. I 100% understand why some people can't get into that. Strictly for the fact that you have to wait for things, especially in the way gaming is nowadays, with the fact that like not a lot of people have like the attention or the patience to play turn-based and tactics games. Oh, is that lightning? Yes, it is lightning. Check the Crystallariums just to be safe. I'm pretty sure I fucking filled hers out already. No, I didn't. But like, another thing that I find is becoming very commonplace in a lot of RPGs now, especially after like the Pokemon aspect doing it, is the fact that party experience getting spread out over the non-combatants, which I feel like is something that they're gonna be they're never gonna be a tablet baby. Just get them all into tabletop RPGs. Oh, where was I going with that? But yeah, like when like Pokemon did it, like with first like I guess kind of experimenting with it with like the EXP share items and stuff like that, but then like going full into it with like just giving it to all of the Pokemon that you have in your party. And I find a lot of RPGs are doing that. Like this is an example of when they started doing that, because all of the people that aren't in combat, they don't even have to be technically in your party, I guess, because like Lightning, or I had trained a bunch off stream, and then just out of nowhere, friggin' I got Snow back, and he had like 2,000 points to put into the grid there. You are 100% correct. I definitely agree with that, Roots. Like, although all three of my kids have cell phones, they all have iPhones. They don't. A lot of them don't really use them for any of the apps and stuff like that. Even though like they all have data and everything, but they use them. A lot of them use them for Discord. Like they have Discord on their phones so that they can keep in contact with some of their friends. But like a lot, they have like the odd game on there. I know two of them are very heavy into Battle Cats. But like everybody in this household is a gamer, all of us. I'm more of the RPG type with slight hinting towards competitive games. Like I like Apex. I like playing like team deathmatch and shooters and stuff like that. My eldest son, he is very much into the competitive side. Like he plays Siege, he plays friggin' Warzone and everything like that. He's very much the competitive game. Battle Cats was so fun. I restart it every now and again to play Battle Cats just because I like tower defense. I find tower defense is pretty fun. Then the wife likes the odd RPG. She's more survival crafting games like The Forest and stuff like that, and like cozy games like Stardew. Then the youngest fella, he's very into like obscure games, like Totally Accurate Battle Simulator is one of his favorite ones. He also plays... Oh, I'm trying to remember the fucking name of that now. He likes, like, the Cuphead games and stuff like that. What? Roblox. He's very into the Roblox. And so is my eldest daughter. She does, like, a lot of Roblox games with her friends. There. I'm a very well-rounded gamer. Like I like all types of games. But my main core ones are usually RPGs. Like I guess main core one just in general. But like I like RPGs. I like FPS games. I like tactics games. I love music games. Like I love Guitar Hero. I love Rock Band. DDR. I like cozy games. Like I have a couple different games that are very Stardew-esque, along with Stardew. I like the action-adventure games. I like your crafting survival games like The Forest and stuff like that. So, like, there's pretty much not a type of game that I will say that I hate. I don't think there's any game that I wouldn't... Like, any game type that I wouldn't give a try. Especially strictly for the fact that... Like, you never know, right? I like games that's non-competitive unless it's League and TCG. Oh, okay. I played League of Legends for a little bit with a buddy of mine, but I'm not huge into League. I definitely understand. I love the lore and the characters from League, though. The characters and the lore from League are fucking great. I like competitive games to a point. Like, I hate the way competitive gaming is ruining a lot of competitive games. And, like, I know that sounds weird to say, but I mean more like I stopped League a few years back. I can understand why. League is very a League is definitely a different scenario. But like and it's not like competitive, like strictly competitive stuff, but like the professional competitive aspect of things is really ruining a lot of competitive games, I find. And like, don't get me wrong, like if you're in those, I'm not saying like you're a bad player, or like you specifically as a competitive, like a professional competitive player are making them bad, but it's like so many people are looking at it and that's what they want to be, so they're making it like their entire personality. And like, if you want to be like a professional competitive player, ADHD syndrome these days, which sucks, the game devs. But like, if you're trying to become like a professional, like competitive player, I understand you have to put a lot of like work and effort into it, like 100%. But like, when you start to alienate the other people in the game, like it's irritating. It's like, it's one of the main reasons I hate meta in competitive games. Like, metas are fucking ruining any type of competitive game. It's like, well, if you're not playing this loadout in Call of Duty, you just fucking suck. And, like, shit like that. At least the online ones, yeah. You better fucking heal me. But, like, that's what I mean, like, the meta in fucking, in, like, competitive, like, FPS and stuff like that, and things like League, and, like, all these other things, it's leeching over into, like, single-player games, which is fucking wild. Just give me a second there. I'm gonna snooze this ad. Oh, no, I can't snooze this ad right now. Fucker. But, like, it's popping over into, like, single-player games. Like, a huge example of that is fucking, back to Elden Ring. Like, Elden Ring, if you're not fucking going with the meta, or if you're using fucking summons and all this other shit, you're apparently not playing the game right. Or if you're having trouble with a boss and somebody's like, oh, I beat that boss, no problem. And and like, you're just not doing this, and that. It's like, well, that's not my playstyle, so playing that way isn't enjoyable or easy for me. It's like, oh, that's just a fucking skill issue, my guy. And then they're the same people that shit on you for using mechanics that are in the game. It's like, oh, you use summons to beat that boss? Like, that's a fucking cop-out. Just using a mimic tier is cheating. Exactly, like, just stupid shit like that. Yeah, I don't mind meta, just give me 8 months before you change it. But that's why, like, one of the reasons, like, I hate meta so much is because they sit there and they change it all the time. And, like, all these games... Oh no, there's the ad break, so I'm gonna wait till Roots gets back from the ad break on Twitch before I start ranting about that anymore. At least about metas, anyways.
Hurry up.
I'm talking right now, and Roots is like, ads. So yeah, it pops up. I know the ads are there, Roots. Don't worry. I'm taking you into consideration. But like, just stuff like that, like, is irritating. It's like especially the part where, like, it leeches over into the single player games. Like, if you wanna do stuff like that, then that's fine. But the second you start, like, going after other players because they don't play the same way as you, it's the same people that will shit on games that they never intend to play. It's like, if you never intend to play this game, why critique it? It's like, if it's not the kind of game that you like to play, why are you putting your 2 cents in? 18 seconds left, and then we can start the rant over. Well, not the rant over, but the other part of the rant about the metas. But it's like that's what I mean. It's like, if you're like, there's a lot of people where they see something in a game, especially like the woke agenda that people like to say is in all these games now. The second they see anything like that they don't like, it's instantly a bad game. Like, that woke games list is fucking wild. Like, some of the games, oh, stay away from these games because they're fucking woke. Yay, Roots is back. I don't know what meta is. Not will I care about what they think. Meta is basically when you get a game like Call of Duty and somebody finds a gun and the certain attachments on it, that makes it the gun that kills the fastest in the game. And and then everybody uses that fucking gun with the exact same attachments because it's the fastest way to kill somebody. So instead of having, like, a match where, you know, you got a guy running around with a shotgun, you got this guy running around sniping people, you got this guy with an SMG, and, like, everybody on your team has different guns and different setups, everybody has the exact same setup. But yeah, like I was saying before the ad hit their Roots, that's what I mean though. Like the meta, they'll sit there and like everybody's using the same guns, and then the second they find a new one, it's instantly changed. Or the second that one gun is too powerful, it gets like nerfed into the floor, and then the next meta comes out, and it's like almost like a daily or weekly thing.